Alrighty. Hey everybody, welcome to the Damsels in Ooh.
Debacle.
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 Debauchery over here. Let's try that again. Hey everybody, welcome to the Damsels in Debate podcast. I am your host, Tina.
And I'm your co-host, Monica.
Yay, that's great, yeah. Sorry about that mess up. But we're going to keep going. I'm just going to roll with it. Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm fabulous on this Tuesday evening before Suns.
Right, exactly. It's our pre-Suns episode that we seem to be doing lately. But whatever. Now, you've been really racking up the horror movies, so that's cool, being that it's October and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And now I want to say you saw 2 new movies this week, but the reviews that you gave me through text, which maybe I'll take a screenshot and post them on Facebook because they were pretty funny. And they pretty much sold me on not going to see either of these movies in the theater. I'll probably rent them, at Redbox, but yeah, no. I would say Gone Girl, don't spoil the ending for me, but
Okay.
Annabelle, if I see it, I see it. I'm not and plus I don't think there's any big surprise thing that's going to get me with that. So go ahead and start off with Annabelle, and we just want to say up front that we're going to have spoilers for all these. She's not going to say the ending of Gone Girl, but she's still going to talk about it. So we're going to say spoilers for all the movies we're going to talk about starting now.
Oh, yeah. All right. So Annabelle.
Right.
Annabelle is a playoff of The Conjuring.
Right.
In The Conjuring, the very first story that they tackle is this possessed demon doll or something.
Which was the scariest part of the movie for me. It was all kind of downhill after that.
Well, I don't concur like that. I'm just scared of dolls, but I thought it was awesome. All right. So, to me, The Conjuring was going to be something, Annabelle was going to be something along the lines of Conjuring in that it really was scary to me. Insidious, very scary to me. So I was looking for that.
Yeah, me too. So I had some high hopes.
I was anticipating this movie, very excited, especially because dolls are my thing. They the hell out of me.
Yeah, totally.
It was horrible. I mean, it was such a letdown.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I mean, you can rent it on Netflix or watch it on Netflix, rent it on Redbox if you want.
Yeah.
I have to do. But, I mean, honestly, I would just leave it. I wouldn't even waste my time.
Wow.
How about that? It was just, okay. So the movie was maybe like an hour and a half long, if that. Not very long. Scary movies usually aren't that long.
Right.
Not very long. I mean, I wasn't looking at my watch, but it took a good 30, 40 minutes to fucking start up.
Oh, really?
Yes. Start very, very slowly. And it was all right, I mean, if anyone has to go to the bathroom, this is probably now the time.
I guess we can go, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so started super slow. And then their problem was, with scary movies, there's a build-up of anticipation, and then it's bam, they hit you with a scary part, and then bam, a scary part. It's over and over. They don't let you calm down.
Right, yeah.
They do it, these parts where they scare you just enough so that you're never calm. It keeps you...
Right, you're always tense and on edge.
Yes. They completely dropped the ball on that. They would do a scary part. I mean, I don't really know how scary, but their version of a scary part. And then it'd be 10 minutes later, maybe another scary part. You just relaxed and calmed down too fast.
Oh, okay. And
So-
oh, go ahead.
No, it didn't build up to the point enough where I was oh my God, with the anticipation and being frightened and scared. No, it was just, they kept dropping the ball with that.
Now, I gotta ask, the scares in the movie, were they a lot of they're kind of like shit scares, like the jump scares when someone knocks on the door real quick, and, was it all I hate when a movie is just all jump scares.
No, it wasn't all jump scares.
Well, that's good, at least.
I mean, they really had potential.
Yeah.
Because the pieces that they did have, it was good pieces. It's just, they took too long in between scary scenes to scare you again.
Okay, yeah. I saw part of a commercial, and it was, I think it was like some woman. I I don't know if she was like standing and holding the doll or something,
Mm-hmm.
but and then she said something like, "I like your dolls," or something like that. I don't know exactly what she said,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's the only part I saw. But I was just wondering if it's one of those movies where you've got some mother that like killed her baby maybe and then got possessed. Like, is it something like that, or
No.
is it
Do you want me
okay?
to tell you?
Yeah, you can tell me. It's no big deal.
It was some demon occult,
Oh,
and this
okay.
guy and this woman come into the house and try to kill them. They kill the neighbors.
Oh.
They try to kill them, and then when they realize they're about to get caught by the police,
Uh-huh.
the woman locks herself in that bedroom
Mm-hmm.
because the baby's not even born yet. Locks herself in that bedroom, and did some type of demon spell or something so that her spirit could attach to that doll.
Oh, okay.
And then it was all about this demon or devil that wants people's souls. So it wasn't the doll that was doing shit. It's
Right.
the demon. By the way, when you see this demon, aka devil, I don't know, whatever,
Yeah.
it's not even that scary. Like, what?
So, but you actually see it though. It's not like shadows and silhouettes and stuff.
Eventually you do see it. And it was like, in my opinion, and this isn't a low budget flick, but seeing that guy
Yeah.
was a low budget fucking costume.
Ooh.
To me. Like, I want to look at that and have nightmares. You know what I mean? When you finally show a monster.
Yeah, that's the really hard thing that I think they got going on with horror movies when you deal with like demons and actual monsters and stuff. If they can't explain the story some other way and it is like just straight up some kind of demon, like in the Paranormal Activity movies, it's really hard because if you show it, that better be the most fucking scary thing ever, or it's gonna be so like it's just gonna it's gonna really bring it down.
Sure.
But I don't know. It's really hard because people they just don't do it. Like it's.
Yeah. Did you see Sinister? I can't remember if we ever discussed that on the podcast.
Yes, I did.
Okay. The monster in that, was that scary to you?
He wasn't like super scary, but it was. I thought he looked okay.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect it to be Freddy Krueger awesome makeup, I guess. I don't know why I used that. I mean, non-scary guy there. I mean, he was scary back in the... I don't know who... I mean, like an alien.
Right.
Or a predator. Like, I didn't expect it to be that awesome of makeup, but can I get a sinister type of creature? It just... when you see it, like, I can... If I paused it, I can be like, those are contacts. That fucking face making. You glued those on, like...
That's a fake nose.
Yeah.
Wax ears.
Yeah, you'll see.
Ugh, I hate that kind of thing.
Yeah. And then the ending, it was complete bullshit.
Wait. Before you go on to that, let me ask, what about in, Insidious, Darth Maul guy? I forget what he was called in the movie, but you know...
Thing would be in the corner?
Yeah.
Like, with the weird hoof legs?
Yeah. Did you think he looked scary enough? Because his was just makeup and contacts, I'd say, for the most part.
I thought he was scary. I mean, but they also played it right. You know,
right.
Like the way they filmed it, his shots, and I thought it was fucking creepy as hell.
Yeah, me too. Okay. All right, I just wanted to make sure so
the same level.
The people, that are listening know what levels we're at. Because, it's hard with scary movie or horror movies because people, certain people like Willis and Shamar, people who I've had on the podcast, they like scary movies, but they don't necessarily get too scared of them. It's just they just like that kind of movie for whatever reason. But then like you and me and like my brother and stuff, we like scary movies because we like to get scared.
Right.
So if if I have to wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom and I'm second guessing it and contemplating peeing the bed, then the movie did its job.
Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah.
Annabelle was scarier than this demon. Just the doll itself, like looking at that doll.
Yeah.
Out more than the demon did.
Okay, so now go ahead. What were you gonna say about the ending?
Oh, the ending was complete bullshit. It was like the demon has to take a soul. It needed a soul to like leave them alone, and then like here comes this willing volunteer, and she like fucking jumps out the window to give her soul.
Oh wow!
When you see it, you'll be like, I mean, it was just too perfect. Like, oh okay, well we want a more happy ending, so we're gonna give you someone else that you don't really care about, so that this family can stay together.
Okay.
Complete shit.
Yeah.
And especially for a scary movie, there shouldn't be any happy endings.
No, not at all. It should, I mean, that's one type of movie where you can get away with, not having a happy ending, and it doesn't drag down the whole movie.
Right. Unless you're going for a sequel, and then it appears happy, and then, we get that 30-second clip of...
Right, the setup for the next one.
The street, he's about to come, so...
Yeah.
It wasn't even that, no.
Exactly. Oh, well... Alrighty, well, that's annoying. So, I feel like I know what your most disappointing movie for the holiday season this year is going to be.
Well, right now.
Yeah. Unless Mockingjay really doesn't deliver.
Yeah, right? I got it better.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so that was Annabelle. Pretty funny stuff. I was hoping it would be scary. Did they at least have one or two good scares, like something, or at least something that was creepy, like a creepy scene or something?
Yes, good.
Okay, that's good.
Then you had to wait 30 more minutes until the next scare.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you didn't even care anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that's annoying. Well, on a totally different note, I saw the Book of Life the other day, which I'm not sure when that comes out. I think it might come out this weekend or next weekend. So, whatever. But it's the computer animated movie that's about the Day of the Dead or whatever. Sorry, I got a little bit of a stuffy nose here. But yeah, so anyway, saw that the other night, and it was cute. I liked it. I realized that whenever I review kids' movies, I always say, it was cute. So I got to stop doing that. But it was pretty fast-paced, I noticed, but it wasn't, like, frantic, I didn't think. Like, I was able to follow everything pretty well, and there wasn't anything that was just glaringly terrible. And do you plan on going to see this movie?
I actually don't even know what it is. No, I think that's enough.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't really know why. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of know why it's called Book of Life, but it should be called, like, Day of the Dead or something like that, because it's just, I don't know, Book of Life doesn't really fit the movie. But whatever, it's about these two guys that they're friends, and they're friends with this girl, and then they grow up, and they're both, like, vying for her affections, and the, oh boy, I don't know what it is. It's like the ruler of the underworld, kind of, or like the good section of the underworld, and then like the bad section where they're forgotten and stuff, and they make a bet, and one bets on one guy and one bets on the other guy, kind of thing.
So it's a love story, maybe?
Yeah, kind of. But it's it's a kids movie and stuff. But they've got Channing Tatum does the one guy's voice, which I think this is probably his first voice character. I don't remember him ever voicing any characters before. And then Zoe Saldana is the girl, and Ron Perlman. You'll notice, like, you recognize his voice, Clay from Sons. Yeah, he does the voice of the one guy who rules, like, the bad section of the of the underworld. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it was pretty cute movie. It's not anything. I wasn't, like, over the moon about it or anything like that. I also don't have children, so. But I did enjoy it. It was nice to see something that was a little bit different. This is all set in Mexico, and it's about the Day of the Dead and stuff, which is interesting, because it's, characters die in the movie, and they talk about characters dying and stuff, but they explain that, on this day they celebrate their lives, and as long as they remember them, they're never really forgotten, and like all that kind of stuff. So it was refreshing in a way, that in that kind of way, and it's very colorful. It's very pretty, especially when they go to like the land of the dead and everybody's all in like that white makeup with the black lines and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it looks really cool.
I think I might know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, if you
like a Mexican type of theme, or
yeah.
Okay, yes.
So yeah, it all takes place in Mexico and everything. But yeah, it's pretty cute. You know how it is with kids movies, how you have a whole bunch of the characters have the authentic accents, and then you get one or two that just totally don't, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, like Channing Tatum.
Yeah, like he would almost have an accent at some points, and then you're like, oh, well, I guess that's gone. And then same kind of thing with Ron Perlman. So I don't know, but yeah, that always happens with kids movies. I mean, like look at like The Lion King. Like look at all the different accents of all those characters.
So why are you British? Or...
Yeah, totally. So I mean, I don't really care, but it's like also don't try to have an accent. Like just start out with not having an accent. Because I hate it when they try and they kind of just forget about it. Yeah, halfway through the movie. So yeah, but no, it was cute. If you have kids, go see it, or if you're interested in the Day of the Dead stuff, it's interesting in that respect too, I'd say. Or if you're a big fan of, I know a lot of people are fans of Guillermo del Toro. I think he produced it, or he did something with it, but he didn't actually direct the movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was all right. It's not like my favorite movie or anything, but it was cute. Something worth checking out at some point.
A Netflix type of thing, or see
yeah.
it in the movie?
No, I'd say Netflix. I mean, still, this is me with no kids or anything, no nieces or nephews or anything that I got, so that's from the single non-parent view.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's I think the only new movie I've seen. Oh, no. You know what? I did see one other one, but it's not as important as the next movie that you saw. So what was the other one?
It's All Gone, Girl.
Mm-hmm. So this is another one you were psyched about.
Yes, I was, and the advertising for that, the clips, they really threw me, and I was like, ooh, I really wanted to know, like, does this guy kill his wife or not?
Right.
Because it could go either way. Like, he's just very clever, and he hides it well, or he didn't do it, and it's someone else. Ooh. So it was like a suspense thriller type of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah. So let's start off saying, how do I go about this? All right. First of all, it's very, very long. It's a long movie.
Yeah.
Because when I start to recognize that it's been a long time and I have to check the time, then there's a problem.
Yep.
And I had to do that with this.
Oh. Not
that it wasn't interesting. It was just like, it just felt like it wasn't going to be wrapped up anytime soon. And I'm like, but damn, this has been on for a minute. And that's when I had to check, like, well, how much else is going to happen,
Right.
I will say that what you see in the trailers that was very sneaky, clever way of advertising it. It's much more than that. So when you do go see it, it's not going to be like, okay, the trailers reveal the whole movie and this is what it is.
Well, that's good.
I don't want to get too into detail because I know you're going to see it.
Mm-hmm. So
just the body of the story I thought was interesting, and it had my attention. But the ending, it totally pissed me off. I mean, everyone that I was with, there was about 3 other people that I went with, everybody was angry, and it was one of those things where just because of the ending, you'll say, like, fuck that movie. Like, that movie was shit.
Oh, man, you know what? You don't have to tell me, but I just realized, is it like an ambiguous ending, because movies like this, like I can picture now if I was watching this whole long ass movie and then didn't get a clear cut thing at the end, I'd get pissed off.
Yeah, there was no satisfaction. It's not an ending where, I mean, it could be up for interpretation a little bit. So, which, exactly, it's like, wait, there's no closure. There's no closure.
Oh, boo. I hate that.
Not a satisfying ending at all. And it's almost insulting. Like, oh my God, you had me sit here for almost 3 hours to watch this, and then you ended it like that? That's the kind of...
Oh, God. Yeah, see, right.
Like, want to throw the controller at the TV. Guys, if you don't go to the movies to see it. You might riot, okay? Fucking throw all your popcorn.
Bring your pitchforks.
Yeah. But just watch it at home and make sure the remote and your candy and everything else is out of reach. You might break the fucking TV, okay?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's, and this was not just solely my reaction. Everyone I was with was pissed.
Damn, I don't know about that. That sucks. So, are you going to try to read the book now?
From what I've heard, the book follows the movie exactly.
Really?
That's what I heard. So, if that's the case, I'd fucking burn the book. Like, so, I'm not going to put myself through that again. I mean, the book might be better than the movie. Usually books, I mean, always, to me, books are better than a movie.
Right.
But with that ending, no.
No.
I'm good. No. So, yeah, that's my review. I actually would have just not watched it.
Oh. Oh my God, that's
Check it out
cool.
at your own risk, guys.
Alright.
But definitely not a movie theater thing. Netflix, Redbox.
Ooh, okay. Well, yeah. So there's that.
Acting was great, you know. I don't have any complaints about any of that stuff, except one part was completely just absurd. It was like, oh, okay, so now you're trying to wrap this up and give us this bullshit ending? Yeah, because you ran out of time. It was one of those like, oh, you ran out of time, huh? You wasted 2 hours and 59 minutes on this other shit. And
creating atmosphere.
And you'll see what I'm talking about once you see it.
Alright, well, whenever that'll be.
Can you check it out free? Oh, no, the screenings are only before.
Yeah. I think there was one, but I didn't like know where it was at or anything, so ugh, God. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I hate when you go to see movies. You know, it's like you really try not to psych yourself up too much about movies, but you still get excited, and then when they don't deliver, it just sucks so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just the ending ruined everything.
Yeah, I can't stand endings like that, because it's like, well, I can make whatever ending I want in my head regardless, but I want to see what you would do, you know, what's your ending here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that kind of thing really
just don't do what you would want them to. Like, this is not, like, no. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay. Wow. The only other new movie I saw was Let's Be Cops, which is the one with the comedy with Damon Wayans Jr. Yeah. Did you see that one?
No, but it looks funny.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up in October?
I don't know. It was. I chuckled at a couple parts, but that was it. I never like laughed. Well, no, there was one small scene where I did laugh, and it was like stupid. Like probably a lot of other people wouldn't find it funny, but yeah, I would totally say wait for Redbox or watch it on FX or something. It's nothing groundbreaking. And those guys, I mean, those two actors have good chemistry, but they're just like slight variations of the characters they play on New Girl. So you're not really catching anything new.
Were all the funny parts on the commercials?
No, I think there was. I mean, there wasn't like a whole lot of real funny parts, but like the one part that I laughed real hard at, I didn't see it in the commercials. So, It might have been. I don't remember. But...
Is it better than Neighbors or?
Oh no, I thought Neighbors was a lot funnier.
Okay.
Again, that's my opinion, but I mean, you know what I find funny and stuff. So.
Yeah, because Neighbors wasn't. It was funny, but not like.
It wasn't like this is the end or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Although I would like to see it again because I noticed that with comedies, the more you see them, the more like funny they become. Usually.
Like Dynamite.
Like what?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
It's funny every time I watch it.
And Anchorman. The first time I saw Anchorman, I was like, "This is dumb," and I fell asleep. And then I watched it again, and I was like, "This is gold."
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't say you have to go to the theater to see it at all. So yeah, not really glowing reviews on those movies, but there are opinions, so whatever. How about some non-new movies, but new to you? Have you checked out anything recently?
Yeah, I actually got this list from this website. I can't remember the website. I can give it to you if you want to put it up on the Damsels in Debate page. But it's a list of basically scary movies that are on Netflix that you must see. Mm-hmm. And there were a few movies on there that I think are actually very scary that I've already seen. Mm-hmm. And because those movies were on the list, I was like, okay, this is a legit list. Right. I'm going to check out some of these. So I did watch 2 scary movies that are not new, but 2 scary movies from Netflix. Mm-hmm. One of them was on the list. That was called The Pact.
Okay. I feel like I've seen the artwork for that. But go ahead.
I had never heard of it.
I think I've seen it when I've been like scrolling through Netflix, like you might like, one of those things.
Yeah. And I think it was good. It was worth seeing. It wasn't. Yeah, I thought it was scary. Mm-hmm. Not like Insidious scary, but scary enough to be pleased and not have felt like I wasted my time.
Oh, good. Like what's it about?
It starts off with it's 2 sisters and their mom died. You never meet the mom, but they come home for the funeral, and all you know is they don't want to be in her house.
Okay.
One sister's like, no, I don't want to go back there. So you just figure out like something must have really something bad happened in the house or whatever.
Right.
And then people start disappearing within the house, and then there's like a ghost or some type of supernatural activity that goes on. Mm-hmm. I'm being a little bit vague just in case you wanted.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Because it is worth seeing. But then there's a good twist at the end, which I always love. Mm-hmm. When I don't expect something, I'm like, yes, score. Yeah. So it's one of the type of endings. So I was very pleased.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I should check that out then because I've never seen it. And it's Halloween time, and it's, on Netflix, so I really have no excuse for not seeing it then.
So yeah, it's good to, check it out on a night where you're a little bit bored and you want to see something scary. Mm-hmm. It's worth it, especially because it's free on Netflix.
Right. Cool. Okay.
So then I did see another one that was not on this list. I just decided that I was going to go watch this fucking movie.
Okay.
Called Apartment 1303.
Okay.
It's actually on cable right now, too. So I don't know if you've, maybe seen pieces of it. It's complete shite.
But it's supposed to be a horror movie?
It's a horror movie.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's no good. It's just don't even watch it. I don't care if it's on Netflix. For real. Just don't even check it out. I think on Netflix they gave it a 2 and a little dash of a star.
Oh, okay.
That shit should have been a dash of a star.
Woo! What was so bad about it?
It just had no point. It was just it's like this apartment is haunted and the ghost there doesn't want anyone living there. Mm-hmm. And that's just it. These girls move in, and after 2 or 3 days they get murdered by this ghost.
Oh.
And the people are stupid. It's just Then they got this other part where this drunk mother, it has no point to this. It doesn't add anything to the story. It's a pointless. Why the fuck are we watching this drunk mom? Like, what does she have to do? I thought maybe it would tie in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, later she dies, but that's the only tie-in. She comes to the apartment and gets killed. Like, it's just, it's so stupid. And the ghost, you're never very satisfied by her story. It's not something like, oh, now I really see why she's doing this. Mm-hmm. No, it's just stupid.
All right, well, I'll skip that one then.
There's one on there that says apartment 143, I think. So I might check that one out.
Is that the one with John Cusack and somebody else? Is it Samuel Jackson? Or, shit, there's somebody else.
It didn't look like...
I think that's apartment or room 1408. Never mind, that's a different movie.
Yeah. That one's good.
I saw that in the theater and I didn't really like it.
Really?
Yeah, but I probably we need to see it again because I can't even like remember what happened in the movie at all.
I'm mixing that up with the one where, I fucked that up. It's John Cusack, but it's the different hotel rooms.
Oh, Identity. That's a good movie. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I agree with you there.
So what is it? Room 1408 or apartment 1408?
I think it's room 1408.
All right, I'll have to check that out.
But
John Cusack, I like him.
Yeah, I do too. But I didn't like this movie though. So.
All right, so I'm gonna check out apartment 143.
Okay.
And room 1408, and then I'll continue on with this list.
The apartment number.
So the Pact, thumbs up. 1303, hell to the fucking no.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, I wanted this kind of a segue, but I read that they are going to be making another Purge movie. And it's going to have the same director. I forgot his name, but it's going to have the same director as this last movie. And I don't know when it's going to come out. I would assume next year sometime. But they are going to be making a third one.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. I did actually see the Purge Anarchy or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So what did you think?
I definitely liked it more than the first one for sure. And they kind of did like I was saying, because there's just so many different angles you could look at this whole idea, this whole storyline idea. Right. So the throwing the government stuff in there to keep the quotas up or whatever. But and it was definitely more kind of, I mean, I guess it's still kind of horror, but not really. I'd say it's more of like a subgenre of an action movie, you know?
I agree.
Yeah, the first one, there was like a little bit of a creep factor with the people showing up at their door and
with
all that kind
masks.
of stuff. With the masks, yeah, but this one, not really. It was more of like a survival kind of thing. So it was alright. I thought it was good. I did like it more than the other one. I didn't love it, but I liked it a lot more than the other movie. And I'll be interested to see what they do with the third one, I think.
Yep. I agree. As long as they don't go back into just the house setting.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Especially now, since we've already seen that in the first movie. They definitely got to play another angle.
Right.
But then at the same time, I don't want to just see 5 people running around the streets either.
Right.
So
this one, I think if they're doing a third, it'll probably have to do with that piece of the rebels that are against the Purge. It'll probably play on them overthrowing this new government.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be something like that because that was like kind of a big. That was like an underlying thing because you kept seeing the girl watching the video, and I'm like, yo, when's this dude going to show up? Because I recognize him. He's been in other movies. He's going to pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
So then
I think he's a rapper, or he was.
I thought it was the guy from Boardwalk Empire and like all those HBO shows.
Yeah, I think he was like a rapper first.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I don't know his name, so I'm not even going to try to guess what it is. But whatever. I mean, he was cool in it. But, so we'll see what happens with that. And then also, did you, I feel like it was like 91, so it was a while. We were like very young
Saw
when
my
this came
eyebrow.
out.
I said, "Woo, taking it back."
Yeah, but the other movie that I saw, well, I actually saw two other ones, but the other one that I saw was The Rocketeer. Have you ever seen that? It's a Disney movie from back in the day.
You had that at your house. And
No, I've never owned that movie.
Yes.
No, I've never seen this movie before.
On VHS.
Where was it? Because I've never seen it.
Dude, you better ask your mom. Cause I'm pretty sure you had that movie. I know it was on your TV before. And usually if it's on your TV, it was taped we were watching downstairs.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, so you have seen it then?
No, it was one of those things where, like the 5,000 different movies we started to watch and never finished.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or just like lost interest and went and played Barbies. It was like one of those.
No, I'm trying to think of what other movie you might be mixing it up with, because I've never ever seen this movie before.
The cover is like goldish, and it's.
Well, he has a gold helmet, so maybe I don't know what the cover of the tape looks like, but
I don't know. Maybe I can't say you rented it because Blockbuster had those generic covers.
Yeah, exactly. And Palmer Video.
Palmer Video.
Ooh. All right.
So,
well.
Check that out.
Anyway, so I did finally see that. It was on HBO or whatever, and I've been meaning to see it since 1991 or whatever. So
for over 10 years, 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, one of those ones that I want to see, but, wasn't like super excited for. So yeah, I finally watched it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a cute movie. I know it didn't do real well when it came out, but it was.
Watch the VHS.
It's got Jennifer Connelly in it. Do you know who she is? She's the one with the real dark hair and real ice blue eyes. She was in the first Hulk movie, the boring Hulk movie. And she was also in He's Just Not That Into You. She was Bradley Cooper's wife.
No, it's not. I mean, that name completely sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, anyway, she's in it, and it's funny because she's like young, and it's before she got like real bony looking, so she like looks real cute and stuff. And then the lead guy is played by Bruce Campbell, who I've only ever seen him in an episode of Frasier, and then in that movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez, where he's like the abusive husband or whatever.
Yeah.
So he plays like a totally different character in this movie, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, I thought it was all right. I mean, if I had seen it when I was little, I would have been like, oh man, this movie's great. Oh, I want the toy and all that shit. And it's definitely like watching it, you can tell it's definitely an early 90s Disney movie or live action Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the way that it's filmed and the score and all that stuff. But I would say it's worth checking out. I liked it.
Okay.
So yeah, I can't say it's like a great movie or anything, but it was nice. I liked it.
Well, 20 years later.
Yeah, it didn't disappoint.
At least a like.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't hate it, and I watched the whole movie. So yeah, and then the only other movie I saw, this one's really out in left field. I watched this yesterday. This is another early 90s romantic movie called Untamed Heart. And it's got Marissa Tomei. And I don't know if this was before or after she won the Oscar for My Cousin Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
And the lead male is Christian Slater, who I think was like the big heartthrob.
Yeah.
Back in the early 90s. So it's them two. And have you ever seen this movie?
No.
Okay.
But I know the actors you're talking about.
Okay. You don't care if I spoil it then, right?
No.
It's just some random movie.
So
this movie, like, so he's like really socially awkward. And he's really quiet and reserved and stuff. And they both work at this diner. He's got a crush on her. She doesn't notice him or whatever. And then one night these guys are messing with her on her ride home, and he like rescues her and stuff. And so then she finally notices him, and they start a relationship basically.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is totally like Edward Cullen territory. Like if he wasn't Christian Slater, he would just be a total creep. Like he like follows her home but she doesn't know about it to, like, make sure she gets home okay. He got into her room at one night because he brought, like, her this Christmas tree. She was talking about Christmas trees or whatever. And then in the morning, on Christmas morning, she wakes up and the Christmas tree's in her room. He brought it in there. And it's just, like, all this stuff, and it's, like, I get that the character's supposed to be socially awkward, but at the same time, I'm like, holy shit, if anybody ever told me they did this stuff, or if I found out they did this stuff, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No. I can't with that.
Yeah.
And so the character has his character has a like a heart condition, or he had a heart transplant, and it's his body is, like, starting to reject it or something, so he needs to have another transplant or surgery or something. And he doesn't want to have the surgery, but he doesn't ever really give a good reason why.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then she's kind of just like, okay. And then they have, like, fun montage where they they're falling in love and stuff. And then they go to a hockey game, and then on the ride home, he falls asleep and dies. And it's just like, I figured it was gonna have a sad ending just from the tone of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, like, so unnecessary. Like, they should have had him, it sounds bad, but they should have had him, like, die after the surgery or something, you know? Because it was just so, like, well, why didn't he just have the surgery?
Yeah. He could have been saved, maybe.
Yeah, like, it's a better chance. He would have had a better chance. So, I don't know. I'm like, what am I supposed to take away from this movie?
Yeah.
So
that if you fall in love, it's gonna be depressing as shit.
I guess so. But yeah, I don't know about that one. I feel like it's something where if I had seen it when I was little, I would have been like, "This is the greatest movie ever!" And then watching it now, I'd be like, "This is stupid. Why did I like this?"
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're good together on screen, but that's about it.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. So, I think that's the only other movie that I saw.
No, cut that movie.
Exactly. So, since we're pretty much done with movies, segueing into TV now, I am happy to report that I am now 8 episodes into the first season of The Good Wife.
Woohoo!
Yay! Thank you. Yeah, it's a good show. I mean, I knew I was gonna like it, and stuff. I like a lot of the actors that are on that show, and just not that I like courtroom legal dramas or anything. Yeah. And it's funny because there's a lot of famous guest stars on the show too. Mm-hmm. Like, I noticed in this last episode that I watched, Prince Oberyn from Game of Thrones was on it.
Ah,
with his eyes intact and everything. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, hey, that's him. But yeah, so, I enjoy it so far. I do think the blonde guy, what's his name? Is it Carrie or Kyle or?
Carrie August, the one that's also like
on her level. They're they're both junior associates right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell yet if he's going to be, like, a major pain in the ass the entire time, or if he's going to do, like, some big backstabbing thing, or if he will be like that and then become okay, or I have no idea. Mm-hmm. I do foresee her having a romance with Will. It's Will, right? Yeah. I don't know.
The partner, Lockhart Gardner.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. That's all I got for what I think will happen eventually on the show.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that show. Yeah. It's definitely one of my top favorites. In its own category, it is a favorite. If you separate categories of romance, supernatural,
right?
So it's in its own category pretty much, and it is my favorite. And I'm so happy you're watching it because it's freaking awesome. And I think I watched maybe episode 3 on Sunday, and it's still going strong. I mean, they don't ever have any moments when I'm like, this is not. I mean, maybe it's time to give it up soon. Like, still going really strong.
Ah, that's good.
Like Walking Dead.
That starts this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I'm probably gonna DVR that, and then I'll just watch it Monday or Tuesday or something. Because I can't handle it with commercials.
if it doesn't get better,
Uh-huh.
but then 2 to 3 episodes a season, I'm not watching anymore.
Yeah.
So it's time.
Yeah, I might have to pull the plug. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
I'm very happy you're watching The Good Wife.
yeah, it's cool. I found out that the Amazon Video only works if I'm hooked up to the Wi-Fi, so
Uh-oh.
I can watch it at the house. But if I'm outside of the house, I have to watch it on Hulu, and there's like 18,000 commercials.
Yeah.
So that's kind of annoying, But whatever, I'll deal with it. But yeah, so I will keep you updated on my progress for that show.
Babs.
Yeah. So anyway, there's that. And what else? What other shows we got going on here? Like, I think
Scandal.
everything has started. Oh yeah, Scandal. Oh boy. So Harrison is dead ski.
Yeah. Fucker. Didn't
Well,
have to be dead, but he ruined his career.
that's what happens when you're a hothead.
Yeah. And dang, like, you don't even... He's just a rat. You don't see him at all. It's just implied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think in the last episode you saw like his foot with the toe tag on
Yeah,
it.
that ain't even his foot.
Woo! Yeah, no, exactly.
The actor got paid $500 for that.
Yeah, totally. Or it was like a fake limb they have in like the prop department. But yeah, so what do you think so far of this? I mean, what? It's only been 2 episodes, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, how you liking it so far? What do you think?
I think it's good. I think it's starting off strong. I'm trying to think of what's her name? Melly. Ellie. She's a little annoying with this. I mean, yeah, your son died. Totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just so extra, and it's annoying when she comes on. Like, I'm like,
I'm rolling my eyes because it's like, look, it's the first lady in Uggs eating chicken. Like, no, it's like, no, just that needs to work its way out soon.
So she needs to suck it up quick. And at the end of the last episode, even though she like got dressed and went, she has this breakdown, rips off her fucking $500,000 pearls and starts crying. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
That made no progress here.
Yeah. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah. So her, just
not into that one at all.
Olivia and the president. I know they have this love thing going on, and it was super duper cool in the beginning, but it's old now. I'm not interested in seeing the back and forth with them constantly in regards to them being in.
They've kind of entered, back when I used to watch Grey's Anatomy, I feel like they've entered the McDreamy and Meredith, Meredith? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their status, because they were the same thing. It was like, one likes one, but then one doesn't want to do it, then the other one wants to do it, and then something holds them up, and then blah, 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 and blah, 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 and oh, will they or won't they, kiss, and it's like, no, I don't, like, that can't be the crux of this show anymore, because I'm over it, and it was just overload with that, and with, Fitz and Olivia, I still, like, want them to be together and all that stuff, but they got to do something because they're heading into that territory. So hopefully they don't, really mess it up or anything.
Right. So you made a good point there. It's entering that territory. It's got to be either they are or they aren't.
Yeah.
It can't be these affairs in the corners and in the curtains and stepping out from under the cameras. And no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Especially now with Jake, being in the picture. Jake, right?
Yeah, being a booty call now?
Yeah, exactly.
That was stupid. Like, oh, now, if she wants a booty call, she can call you. You're at a hotel. What do you... I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, what?
I was like, all right, whatever. Like, if that's what you want to do. Like...
Sure, okay.
Yeah. And then, with the characters, how they all split up, I thought that was fitting.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad she didn't come back and it was like they were just like, oh, gung-ho waiting for her.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I think that was fitting. I wasn't mad at that.
And, what's her name? Is it Abby? The redhead?
Yeah.
Her working in the White House is cool. She still kind of annoys me a little bit, but whatever. And then you got Quinn and Huck. She was like, Quinn and Huck were incesting all over the office.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
She used that word, incesting.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Like gladiators sleeping together.
Yeah, God. So, but anyway, yeah, so I think it's an interesting start. We'll see how it all goes. I feel kind of bad for Cyrus because, this new guy is just not, legit and stuff.
Yeah, it's going down.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's funny is the blonde who, is working that whole situation. Yeah. What's her name? Ellen's wife?
Know. Yeah. But I don't like
well, she's always, or she was in Arrested Development. That's besides being married to Ellen, that's what I know her from.
Oh, so, that's Ellen's wife. Yeah. Yes. Awesome.
Yeah. So, but I always expect her to just, be her character from Arrested Development. But it's no, this is a serious character. She's not like that at all. So it's kind of hard making the break for me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're going to replace, they're going to add another member to the team? Replace Harrison?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting to see somebody new in there, but also right now they're so fragmented still. So maybe eventually. Do you remember way back in the first season, the guy, oh man, I have no idea what his character's name was on this show, but he played on Lost. He was the guy, the Scottish guy or the Irish guy or whatever, with the long hair. God, what the hell was his name on that show? His girlfriend was Penelope. I don't know why I can remember that, but I can't remember his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was on there for a minute, and he was, in the group, but he left.
On Scandal?
Yeah. It was the first season, the first episode, maybe. But,
well, don't.
Oh, well. But I was well, maybe he could come back.
The sailboat.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot remember his name. I feel like an idiot.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, yeah, so I maybe he could come back. Because he'd be like a new person because he wasn't really there, and so much has changed since he was last around. But yeah, I agree. It'd be cool for them to have a new person, but I do think it shouldn't be for a while just because everything's such in disarray right now.
Mm-hmm. They definitely do need one though because 4 is not enough.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a team.
Yeah, it's a little small.
Yeah.
A little sparse. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, everything's pretty interesting on there, with the exception of the whole Melly thing that I don't like.
Yeah, her and that damn fried chicken.
Yeah, and her pajama outfit. It's just it's getting on my nerves a bit.
Yeah. Yes.
Wearing very thin.
I feel no sympathy for you. You're just fucking annoying me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that's what they're going for, but that's how I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But were there any other joint shows? I mean, we watched Mindy, but nothing really big happened on there.
Still her and her boyfriend.
Yeah. And then his mom came on.
I don't think there's any more joint ones that we watch currently. I mean, American Horror Story starts tomorrow, then it's The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah, American Horror Story. I had to check your DVR, because, mine was set, but it was set for American Horror Story Coven, so it wasn't going to record that. I went on and switched it.
Yeah, alright, that makes sense, because I looked for tomorrow, and it wasn't taped, and I thought maybe it was because, I moved, and I was like, oh, maybe I never taped it on here. Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, so word to the wise, everybody, check your DVRs, because it doesn't know.
It doesn't know that's the same show.
Right. Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask you, I heard that Resurrection, the next season, started. Were you still going to watch that show?
Yeah, I haven't. I saw that it started. I think it's 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. I was talking to somebody at work, and I was like, I know Monica watches that.
Yeah. I didn't watch that if the first 1 or 2 episodes aren't good, I'm not going to waste my time.
Oh, okay.
There's too many shows out there that, you know.
Right, exactly.
Oh, I do have to make mention of this. How to Get Away with Murder?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fabulous.
Really?
Yes. Like, yes.
Now, I love Viola Davis, but why is that fabulous?
Okay, so I'm thinking, like, I didn't know if it was going to be some type of, like, a teaching setting, like a college, or I didn't know where they were going with it. I'm like, How to Get Away with Murder? Like, really, what are you trying to do here?
Right.
Basically, she's a lawyer, and she is teaching. She's actively being a lawyer, but she's also teaching at this university, and she picks a few students from her class to help her on cases. Mm-hmm. So you see clips of her being an actual lawyer. Then these students are helping her being lawyers. So you have each episode, there's a new case. So it reminds me of The Good Wife in that way, mm-hmm. where each episode there's a new case and we're solving, or, you know, guilty or not, whatever.
Right.
And then, though, they add the elements of the students in her personal lives.
Okay.
And there's some shady shit going on with each one of these people.
Oh.
And then overall, there's this background of someone's murdered. So they started off where you're seeing these students trying to get rid of this body, trying to cover up this murder. It's like so much going on that it's just chock full of awesomeness.
Oh, okay.
Completely, I mean, and I am not a fan of, you know this, and you taught me this actually, of watching new shows, because when they don't,
yeah,
when they get canceled, you want to fucking punch a wall, especially if you liked it and you invested all that time.
Yeah.
So I had no interest in watching this show, because I was like, nah, because what if it doesn't get renewed?
Right.
But I was bored, and, you know, the other shows hadn't kicked up yet, and I checked it out on demand. Mm-hmm. And I was like, holy shit, it was really good. I was like, oh, and then it makes you want to watch the next episode. And I did see the next episode, and it was still really good. So I was like, oh, yeah.
Ooh, well, hopefully it keeps up then.
Yeah, so.
That's good. I mean, you know, like, I'm just happy that it's, like, a show that's, you know, it's another show that's starring, like, a black woman, especially somebody like Viola Davis, who's been around for a while and is really talented, but always gets just, like, crap supporting roles in movies and stuff. Yeah. So, like, I'm glad for that. I mean, like, I haven't watched it or anything. I mean, I might check it out now because of your glowing review, but just besides all that, I'm just like, good. You know?
Yeah. No, exactly. So you should definitely check it out. I mean, I know you watch a lot of shows already. That's another thing. You have to start picking and choosing. Like, when things aren't that good, you need to drop them off.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, and she's an excellent actress, and she showcases it. They let her, you know, there's passionate scenes of, you know, all those emotions of anger, fear, passion, being funny, you know, like everything. She's not just like a one-trick pony on the show.
Cool.
As of now.
Right, yeah. I mean, we never know, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. All right, well, yeah, I might try to check that out. One of the shows that I do watch, Parenthood, is actually ending. This is the last season, but I think it's a shortened season. It's only like 13 or 15 episodes or something like that. So I'll have a small slot open.
So this one might make the team?
Yeah, maybe, we don't know. And then Parks and Rec, that hasn't started yet, but that also, this is its last season. So a lot of my shows are ending.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Sons is about to be over. No more True Blood, no more Breaking Bad.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is ending lately. So, I don't know, but yeah, maybe I'll check that out. If I do, I will be sure to bring it up on the podcast.
Fabuloso.
Cool. Well, I think we're about ready for our show that comes on in 4 hours. But yeah, so Sons, something big finally happened this last episode.
A lot of big.
Yeah, but you know, I was kind of like, not that I wanted anything to happen to our poor Sons characters, but I was like, well, good. You guys have been, like, really fucking up lately. And so, this shit's gonna hit the fan.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but I really didn't like Colette. Like, she
blonde bitch?
Yeah, I was like, no.
Exactly. Like, oh, bitch again.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I guess it's just because of, like, her sleeping with Jax last season and stuff, but, um, yeah, but then when they were, like, panning around whatever the hell the name of the place is, and, you just saw all the bodies of all the ladies and stuff, and I was like, I hope she's not, like, sitting there, she ducked behind the bar counter.
So you were like, I hope that bitch got shot too.
Yeah, then when they showed her, I was then I felt back. So I'm like, this is terrible. But I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, get this bitch out of here.
Yeah, just no.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then Gemma, oh my God, she's just horrendous.
Yeah.
Like there was at one point I think she said to Clutch, she was like, "Oh, well, you could be good for him."
Yeah. Oh, like, she was so trying to manipulate her.
Yes. Oh my God,
she does ever.
Yeah, she's. I mean, they're doing a good job because I can't stand her.
Yeah. So, what's it about with her and her gun and the silencer on it? What's she doing with that?
You think she's going to see Juice?
Yeah.
That would be my number one, pick. Because she's like, you just won't go away, and you keep messing with things, and you're just.
But did she look genuinely upset when he was having his breakdown? It's just so fucking confusing. Like, so do you care about him or not?
Well, she did because she feels guilty, but she feels guilty to a point. She's not gonna like take the fall or anything. Like, you know what I mean? She's not gonna let him come clean and like ruin her whole thing. But she still feels bad. So I mean, like in that way, that's good writing and good acting because it's like she's not like just some robot now,
Yeah.
But yeah, like she feels bad, but. Oh, whoa. That'll only go to a point, yeah. And maybe that was one of the things that pushed her over the edge, is like, now I need to get rid of him, because of this kind of stuff. I just can't deal with it. And he's too much of a loose cannon or whatever.
Yeah, a loose end.
Yeah, loose end, yeah, that's a better word.
And then he's got a gun with a silencer on it too. So I'm wondering if it's going to be...
It's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, because after this last scene with all of them getting killed, right? The hookers or whatever. I wonder if this is going to be like a cleanup season. I mean, we know it's over. This is the last season. Are they going to do something where they start killing off all the characters, piece by piece?
Yeah.
I mean, this fit that type of format if the next episode... They take care of the mom, not Gemma, because I know she's going to be towards the end, but Juice, and what's her name?
Wendy.
Wendy. Probably not Unser yet, but that would be two right there.
Right.
Another little piece gone. I don't know.
I was like,
yeah,
exactly. And then when Tig got shot, I was like, no, because I'm like, I'm not ready.
So, but wait. So he gets shot, right?
Right.
But then he's like, you hear say like, oh, there's no damage. He just needs to keep changing the dressing. What the fuck did he get shot with then? Because it looked like he got shot straight up, head on.
I forget. Did he get? Was it in the stomach?
Yeah, on the side of his.
Yeah. Like I mean, you have like your pancreas and your kidneys and all that shit in there. So, I feel like if you ever get shot in the stomach, you're. Like, there's gonna be problems.
Yeah, unless you go to the hospital and get surgery.
Yeah.
So,
did it have an exit wound? Did it go right through him, maybe?
I don't know, but I know he said, I got most of the buckshots. And he said there's no major damage. We just gotta keep changing the dressings so he doesn't get affected.
Well, I think that's one of those things where we're just gonna have to be like, oh, okay. It's TV, it's fine. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's what it sounds like.
Alright.
But, yeah. But no, I was, when he got shot, I was like, oh God, it's starting.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
It was a goner.
Yeah, I was quite afraid of that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. How it progresses. And also, I don't remember his name, but the white-haired guy from the president of the other charter,
Yeah.
he knows, and like he was on the phone. Who was he on the phone with? Bobby. And he was talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, did you wrap everything up?" And he knew that they were lying to him through the phone and stuff. So it's like, oh, okay, he's biding his time for something then. So,
yeah. And it's his son, right? They killed.
I don't know if that's clearly been said, but it's heavily implied.
Yeah, with the So then we got the grenade in the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
That's how it all started. No, wait, no. Rewind. It starts off with the 2 cops getting shot.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Totally didn't see that coming. I knew it was gonna be some shit because they followed them, but I didn't know they were just gonna start firing on them.
Yeah, that was not good. And then the female cop lived. I mean, she got shot and all that, but she was like breathing or whatever.
Taking intensive care right now.
Yeah, so there's that. Ugh, God.
Oh, but Unser's sitting by her bed, so I'm wondering. He seems to be kind of fed up. Like he seemed genuinely upset that an actual cop was. So I don't know if it's going to be a turning point for him, where he's going to turn on the Sons, or is he going to try to cover it up? Is she going to wake up with him sitting there and she be like, "It was the Sons," and he like smothers her with a pillow or something? Well, I mean, I don't know. You never know.
He's probably just got to get information from her, like, who were they meeting, or like, what did you... I mean, it looks like they didn't see anything because it was kind of an ambush for them, but probably just, at least at first, try to get information from her. Because, like...
But she knows the Sons were there.
Right.
They fought them.
Yeah, so but I don't think she saw those other, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Oh, and now Jax has to worry about that guy in jail. Thinking that it is more enemies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've just made so many enemies and not good at, like, that August Marks character. He like knows Jax is like trying to like pull a fast one on him, and you can tell, and he like, it seems like he keeps giving him chances to kind of come clean or something, and Jax is just, no, I didn't do it,
Oh,
and,
brother,
yeah.
I'm here for you.
Oh God, I'm like, this is not good. This is so not good.
So now he knows. I mean, Marks is gonna know because there's a full-on war with the Sons and the Chinese. So
yeah, totally.
So yeah.
Well, hopefully that'll, like, bring him back to, like, or somebody at least, to, like, this whole stupid, this is all going from Gemma saying she saw, the Chinese guy leaving.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah. I rolled my eyes very hard right there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, so that whole last bit of the episode was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, what about Chibs driving home with the or driving her back to her place or whatever? The sheriff.
I knew they was gonna start boo loving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching that with Brian, my brother Brian, and he was like, "Do they know each other?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so." He was like, "Yeah, because it kind of seemed like when they had first met that he recognized her."
Mm-hmm.
But did you catch that? Because I didn't.
I mean, to me, they seem to just, like, hit it off way too easily. So maybe they do know each other. I still feel like she might be playing them all, like, super bad and acting like she's a corrupt cop.
Yeah. Because how easy is that?
Yeah.
It's this new sheriff in town, and she's just right in her corner like that.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be good, whatever it is.
Yeah. Someone gonna die.
Yeah, totally. Oh, and then Venus Van Dam was on. That was cute. Her and Tig.
Yeah. So, and then we got that implication that she's actually a full female now.
Right, yeah.
And he did that little finger thing. Looking like his finger got taken away. So I'm like, oh, okay. So she no longer has a penis.
It's funny. I watched Django Unchained over the weekend. And that actor is in that movie. He's one of the one of the guys that work on the plantation there. The one that goes to cut Jamie Foxx's balls off, but then gets called away.
OMG, it is. Yeah. Oh my god, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's him. But I was watching it with Shamara, who also is a giant fan of Sons, and I was like, look, that's Venus. And she was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I knew that character in Django looked familiar, but I didn't put it together.
Yeah, that actor, he's one of those people, he plays in a lot of movies, and he plays like these little random parts. So it's like, he always looks familiar, but he's been in like a million things. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that was kind of funny that he was back on there. I wonder if he'll be back, I don't know. But yeah, the whole show is just getting crazy. It's starting to ramp up a bit, which is good because it was a little like, come on, we're in the series finale here. We got to see what's happening. And I'm glad that they're finally, to use a show term, getting some blowback from all this stuff because they've been just double crossing and triple crossing everybody and,
triple crossing.
Yeah, triple dog dare crossing. Like, it's just... Right? Like, I can't even keep it straight what they're telling people anymore. So,
yeah.
I mean, that needed to happen. And I'm, like, kind of mad that they're like, oh, look at Diosa, it's all blown up. Like, well, what did you think was, you think, like, nobody's going to put anything together ever?
Especially since they just, ran down on the Chinese's, lodge parlor.
Right. So... Yeah.
That was equivalent, except they didn't just scare. They took them all down.
They're like, we're not playing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens tonight.
Oh, what the fuck? We literally are at war.
Yeah. No time for anything. Pull out all the stops. Look out.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, as our favorite show comes to a close, we have no idea what's going to happen.
Yep, as we always say.
Yeah, I know. Like, we always end our Sun segment with, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's our MO for the show.
Sure.
I don't know.
Not predictable.
Exactly, and I like it that way. So that's
Me
good.
Too.
Cool. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up everything that we were going to talk about. I do want to make mention that I finally now, all of our older episodes, our previous episodes are on YouTube. So if you subscribe, we're all caught up. You don't have to worry about any more old shit. And now, like, when I upload this one and it comes up on iTunes and Stitcher and on our website, I'll have the YouTube one up right afterwards.
Cool.
So, yay, that took a while. But we're finally all...
But it's good, it's over with.
Yeah, I'm very, very glad. So, yay for that. But I think that's pretty much it then. I don't plan on seeing any new movies, really. We do have our awards for the summer season, which is usually the most fun one to do. But we have those coming up. We're going to record those hopefully Sunday afternoon. So you guys will have that to look forward to. Mm-hmm. And what about you? Anything new you think you're going to be checking out or anything?
I do want to see Ouija. I think it's just called Ouija.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't even know that was a movie until I saw a banner on IMDb. I was like, what? What is this? I've never even seen a commercial for it.
I saw the preview a few times in the movie theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when does it come out? Does it, like, look good, or?
But it goes along with the scary movies, so...
Right, exactly. Cool.
So I do want to see that. And then Mockingjay... No, that's next month.
Yeah, that's at the... Yeah, that's like, what do you call it? A Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's the only one that I think I'm anticipating that comes to mind right now, so...
Okay, cool. Oh, what about Dracula? Do you want to see that new Dracula movie?
Didn't even know it was coming out.
Oh. Yeah, it's like Dracula Truth Untold, or I don't know, something like that. Like, it looks like it might be okay, but if I go to see it, I'm going to go in with, like, no expectations, because it's like, all those kind of movies. Oh, that looks good. And then you see it and you're like, ugh, jeez. So that's what I plan on doing if I go see that. But that's the only other one besides, I mean, I guess I'll have to maybe watch a trailer for Ouija and see how that goes. And then, yeah, Mockingjay is really it. So not a whole lot. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it then. We'll just keep going with our TV shows and our regular movies. And, yeah, cool. Alrighty, well, that concludes this episode. If you guys want to send us any feedback, you can email us at damselsindebate@gmail.com. You can go onto our website, which I'm trying to do more posts now, too, with stuff. So we don't just have a couple of Vanessa's posts and then the podcast episodes. But yeah, so you can find our website, damselsindebate.com. You can leave comments on there also, and all of our old episodes are on there. And you can also find all of those, plus one or two other little extra videos we've done on YouTube. Just look for Damsels in Debate. And you can also rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes and on Stitcher. We would love some new reviews. We haven't had it in a while, so if you would like to do that, we'd be very happy. And just look for us on Facebook, or I'm sorry, you can like us on Facebook and also reach out to us on there. Just look for DID Podcast, and also we're on Twitter. So tweet at us, tweet to us, whatever.
tweet.
Yeah.
Liberty. Hey.
Tweedledee. But yeah, that's it then. So until next time, I don't have a good sign off.
Yeah, we still didn't make one. All right, we gotta get that together.
Yeah, we do.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Howdy ho.